In the Canadian Forces, the core qualities of professional leadership are forged during basic military officer qualification. An intensive and physically demanding 3-month test of mind, muscle, and a candidate's internal strength.
Let's go!
Here at the Canadian Forces Leadership and Recruit School at Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, Quebec, officer candidates are transformed from civilian life into a unique and rewarding career as a leader of soldiers, sailors, or airmen and airwomen.
The MOQ spans the entire range of leadership training, in classroom sessions and field exercises, on overland marches and precision drill, and in the barracks and the gym.
Nothing about BMOQ is easy. Every task will be more demanding than the one before. You'll need physical and mental resilience to succeed.
You gotta improvise, you gotta find a way to do it. There's always a way to do something, and so we just have to find the best way to complete the task.
At Saint-Jean, you'll be taught by some of the best instructors in the world, instilled with the art and science of leadership. When you graduate, you will be ready for a career of pride and service as a commissioned officer in the Canadian Forces.
1, 2, 3, 1!
Officer candidates are housed in the Megaplex, a self-contained dormitory, gym, cafeteria, and school complex. You'll be outfitted with your basic military kit, uniforms, boots, helmet, rucksack, bedding, and pretty much everything else you'll need here, including your personal firearm.
You'll wear your uniform at all times, and visitors will only be allowed on weekends and holidays after the first 5 weeks.
During BMOQ, you'll be taught the basics of military life, standards of dress, discipline, and conduct. Your daily routine will consist of early mornings, starting with a 5 a.m. wake-up call, long active days, and late nights, maintaining your personal equipment and living quarters, and getting ready for the next day's challenge. Frequent inspections are an important part of the program. Every minute of BMOQ is programmed to produce a corps of professional leaders, officers who are proactive and seek out and accept responsibility.
University was basically a competition with myself to get the best marks, and here that really doesn't matter. It's really everyone trying to do the same thing to the same standard, and no one gets left behind.
They really do emphasize teamwork, I think, even more than I expected them to. A lot of organizations pay lip service to teamwork, and these folks actually put it into action. You do everything as a team, and you're constantly thinking about the team over yourself.
You'll learn the core values of the Canadian Forces: courage, integrity, loyalty, and duty, as well as the moral and ethical codes of a modern military in a multicultural country that respects diversity and human rights, principles that have made it one of the world's most respected military forces.
Fire when you're ready.
You'll learn how to handle, load, and fire your weapon, as well as how to navigate cross-country, day and night, in challenging weather and unfamiliar topography.
One of the hardest things for me has been the physical discomfort of being in the field. I mean, that's really what it's all about, but and it's fun. But on the other hand, you spend the whole week tired and dirty and uncomfortable and wet and often hungry, so it's very realistic.
Go, come on!
The Canadian Forces expects its officers to be in prime physical condition, ready to lead their units through the toughest challenges of their lives.
Physical training at BMOQ takes many different forms, all designed for the real-world demands you'll meet during your career. You'll meet the basic military swim standard, and you'll learn to conquer the obstacle course.
Go, go, go! Keep going. You can do it. Let's go. Don't waste time. Get through that guard. Let's go. Let's go. Stop. Run. Sprint. Ease up. Let's go. There you go. Almost there. Left here.
Cross-country runs and marches build from short jogs to a 13-kilometer endurance test with full rucksacks and combat gear.
The forces have set minimum standards for sit-ups, push-ups, hand grip strength, and aerobic fitness. So it's a great idea to start watching your weight, quitting smoking, and ramping up your workouts now, before you head to BMOQ. Every kilometer and kilogram you rack up today will make it just that much easier.
Awesome job, guys.
Okay, understood.
The core of an officer's duty is to complete the mission.
Being able to delegate tasks is the most important part, and being a follower as well as a leader is what they're teaching us here today. So when other people are doing their leadership roles, we have to make sure we kind of take a back seat and just do what they ask us to do.
At BMOQ, your instructors will focus on the building blocks of military leadership, including field training and unit movement, force cohesion, offensive and defensive operations, survival in the event of chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear attack, mission planning and writing of reports. By the end of the course, when you go into the field for a demanding 5-day, 4-night exercise, you will be pushed to the limit of your physical strength and stamina, and tested on your readiness to command and inspire a team under difficult and stressful conditions.
We gotta pick up the time on it.
It was a lot harder than expected. There's a lot more complicated aspects to it that I hadn't forethought of.
You'll be tested frequently, and there will be some surprises along the way, because in the real world of a modern Army, Navy, or Air Force, there are no easy days.
Let's go! Sense of urgency! Get up!
To lead a group of my section, it was interesting. I had to secure a vehicle checkpoint. It didn't go so well. We actually did not find the car bomb that was in the vehicle. So our instructors went, "You're all dead."
There's a saying that the best laid plans go astray or awry. I mean, you can spend all the time planning that you want, but at some point you're going to have to react on your feet. And that's what happens usually sort of halfway into the mission. They change things. A new situation arises and you have to adapt to it very quickly.
But that's the whole process. That's why they teach you. That's why we're learning things here today, to learn to lead and to make the mistakes here today.
The MOQ will be the most demanding 3 months you have ever experienced.
Getting here at week 1 or week 0, it was like being at the base of like a huge mountain, and like every day you're just, just have to climb that mountain.
Trying to meld with different personalities. Not everyone is the same, and so when you're working with different types of people, they bring different aspects of leadership to the table, and there's a lot of A+ personalities, so sometimes you're clashing for leadership, and I want to do this, no, I want to do this, and that's where it can be tough, but it's been an exciting adventure.
I think the most memorable moment for me in BMOQ was returning from my own mission at Vimy, which is the final exercise. So when you have done all your orders and you've spent your 4 hours getting ready and actually executing the mission, to return with your section and be done with it is a pretty thrilling feeling.
When graduation day arrives, you will have achieved one of the great milestones of your life.
You'll be a military officer instilled with the tools of true leadership, the confidence, the commitment, and the pride, and ready for a great career in the Canadian Forces.
I'm just incredibly proud of everything that our whole platoon accomplished. Just really happy to have completed 15 weeks and carry on to the next phase.
I am proud. I'm proud to actually be part of the Canadian military now. Officially, I can call myself an officer. It's been 15 long weeks, but I'm now a second lieutenant.
Today represents for me, I think, a mixture of relief that this course is over, sadness that this course is over, and just feeling anxious and wanting to move on with the next phase of the training and the rest of my career.